Hey, welcome guys. In this video I'm doing a review of the Ring alarm system. Included in the basic kit, which is what I have, is one keypad, one contact sensor for door or window, one range extender, one motion sensor, and one alarm base station. There are other kit options available, but that's what's included in the basic one that I have. The base station is where the alarm siren blasts from, and is kind of the brains of the entire system. It allows for Wi-Fi or wired Ethernet connection. In the event of some sort of internet connection loss, it'll kick into a cellular backup signal. It has a power cord measuring at 6 feet, but it also has a battery backup that lasts for 24 hours in case of a power loss. On the bottom, there are brackets to mount it on a ceiling or a wall. The range extender simply increases the range from the base station to the other devices and is capable of reaching 250 feet. It plugs directly into an outlet and has a backup battery that lasts 24 hours. The motion sensor and contact sensor come with some parts in the box, giving you the option to stick it up with an adhesive sticker or mount it with screws. The battery in each one is rated to last 3 years, and you can monitor the battery from within the app. Now, I've had the entire alarm system for about 2 months, and the app shows both batteries as still almost full. The keypad allows for wall mounting and is powered with a power cord that measures about 7 feet in length, and it also has a battery backup. It has an approximate range of 250 feet from the base station. So I want to give you guys a sound sample of how loud the siren is, and I'll tell you this, it's blaringly loud throughout the entire house and outside your home. So my camera's about 8 feet away, and I actually had to reduce the volume in editing this video because it just peaks way too high. And I'm using the test siren function, which is available within the app. So let's go over a couple of key points, and one is of course if you have pets, how does that work with the motion detection? Now Ring does say on their website that if your pet is 50 pounds or less, you should be okay. Despite the motion sensors having heat detection in them, that's how they actually detect the motion. Pets of that size or smaller shouldn't be too much of a problem. And if your pet is 50 pounds or more, then you're actually in a bit of a troublesome spot, and they recommend that you don't allow the pet to have access to an area with motion detection. Still on the topic of motion detection, I did call a Ring technician and ask them this question. If you have a Ring video doorbell such as I do or a Ring camera, you can actually set motion detection areas. So if there's motion detected within this little box, for example, it'll give me an alert. Can I have that also trigger my alarm if my alarm is set to away mode? Unfortunately, it's not possible. That's not a big deal, but it would have been really nice to have, and I really hope that's something Ring pushes in a future software update. Now, there is a home monitoring service available, which is $100 US for the entire year, which is dirt cheap. In fact, right now with my home alarm system that I have with my current provider, I'm paying $446 for the entire year. And their service does not include any type of video recording solution, and it doesn't include an app. It's just a very basic service. And that service is only available in the US and Canada as of this video recording. However, that might expand in the near future to other regions. Although technically you don't have to buy the alarm service, you can just monitor it yourself on your cell phone app because you'll get alerts there. Although you won't get the cellular backup kicking in if your Wi-Fi dies at home. And the reason I know this is because I tested that out before purchasing the home monitoring service. Now for some Q&A. Now there's something important to know. If you have other Ring video cameras, say for example the Ring video doorbell, which I have reviewed, you can find a link to it in the video description. So if you have other Ring cameras, the cloud recordings of those videos will be stored and kept with the $100 cost, which is dirt cheap compared to a lot of other home alarm service providers and compared to say even Nest. And Nest only retains videos for 30 days, whereas Ring retains them for 60 days. Now I called a Ring agent and asked some additional questions. What happens when the siren goes off and I have home monitoring service? Well, they'll wait 30 seconds before calling the primary contact and alerting them should they call the police or not. And if there's no answer, then they'll call the secondary contact. And if there's no answer, then they'll call emergency services. Now, there's one really annoying thing that I kind of really drove me crazy about, is that when you sign up for the subscription service on the website on Ring, it actually makes you input your address, which I thought was where they would know to call emergency services to if it's ever needed. No, I just happened to be speaking to the Ring agent and they noticed that, hey, you didn't put your primary home address where we need to call the 911 police, for example. And I was kind of frustrated and confused, and they had to walk me through where to go on the app and input it in. It's actually kind of hidden and not easy to find, but I find it really annoying that the app never prompted me to input that. I just happened to be on the phone with a Ring agent, and then they told me, hey, we noticed this problem with your account. Kind of annoying. Ring takes a lot of things into consideration. If you're having any other problems, for example, my main motion sensor wouldn't connect. They actually have all these video guides built into the app and steps that'll help you troubleshoot it. And I was actually able to get it fixed within a minute or two. When you purchase the home monitoring service, the monitoring service doesn't get charged to your bill right away. They actually give you a week to play with the service and kind of test the alarm system without triggering a false alarm with your home monitoring service. You cannot sync this with Google Assistant, which I kind of expected because Amazon owns Ring. I understand not being able to disable your alarm with your voice, because if someone mimics it, then you're in a pickle. But it would have been nice to just tell my home assistant, hey, turn on the alarm. Turn on the alarm. Okay, so let's go over the Ring app, because this is where a lot of the controls are used. In fact, me and my wife almost never use the keypad provided out of the box. We use our app to control this service all the time. So by default, you have disarmed, which is basically doing nothing. Home means that you're home. And by default, what it does is turn on the contact sensors, but not the motion sensor in case you want to walk around the house, of course. Away turns on all sensors. Everything is on, ready, primed, and good to go. Although you can actually customize it. You can go into each setting and turn on certain motion sensors if you want to, or turn them off. You have the ability to completely customize which sensors will work with which mode. Down here, they changed the interface a little bit. If you do have Ring video services, so this is my Ring video doorbell down here. It's like a quick dashboard of all your video services, which is great. Now, customizing a lot of the device features is through devices itself. Here you have security, and you go into it. If I were to tap on something like, say, the base station, you see where's the cellular backup signal, what's the battery life like. You actually test the siren. And here you can actually have shared users. Who else do you want to have access? You can give them primary access like yourself, or you can give guest access like a temporary pin to the keypad. If you go to keypad, again, pretty much the same thing. You can see battery status. And I did mention that the motion sensors and contact sensors, the battery is almost full. I've been using them for well over 2 months. Alarm alerts, basically any type of notifications you want to receive. I get a lot of push notifications. Every time you turn the alarm on or off, you get alerts, which is pretty annoying. I turned off some of them. However, I do have to mention, if you're the parent or guardian of a teenager and they go out partying here and there, and you were stressed out, you're wondering what time did they come home last night, you'll actually get an event log telling you when the alarm was turned off. So they'll be forced to turn the alarm off to get inside the house, and you'll know what time they turned it off. I can honestly say I'm really glad I made this purchase. It's going to save me a ton of money per year on home alarm service. And not only that, because I have the Ring Pro video doorbell, it's just great to have that cloud storage on the video solution all in a single cost. And because of this, it's actually enticing me to buy additional security cameras, but from Ring. I'm also able to delegate access to other people on their cell phone app. I'm also to be able to give guest pins. There's a whole bunch of other cool features. For the most part, this is definitely worth checking out. Highly recommended. So if you guys found this video useful, be sure to check out my social links in the video description. Hit that like button, it does help. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.